start off cold, considering the walking I gotta do.
You'll warm up quick.
Yeah. Alright, it's November 13th. It is a cold, frosty morning. I got a long walk in because I'm gonna go. Why are you acting crazy? This thing ain't doing nothing good. Come on. There we go. Anyways, it's November 13th, and we are wind's non-existent, but it is cold this morning, and deer on their feet. I'm gonna go a long walk essentially, and it'll be daylight before we get set up as always, but we're gonna go to the thick of it. Right into a big old bedding area. It's just gonna be a crapshoot as to whether I can get in there without blowing everything, and if I can get on there and get the wind to cooperate to not send everything packing for the rest of the day. But I guess this is the time of year you make those kind of moves. So getting closer. We're situated. All things considered, I don't think we did half bad. I think we jumped 2 or 3 deer getting in here, but that's probably a success story getting into here. I'm right up against this creek. I'm hoping that creek kind of acts as a barrier. I mean, it's not big enough to where it's going to interfere with the deer movement, but I'm hoping a deer will at least walk the thing, and I'm right on the edge of it. And if the wind ever lines out to the west like it's supposed to, it'll be blowing across it, so that way if deer are walking my side of it, I should hopefully be able to kill them before they get my wind. Looking at it right now, there's a really big crossing right here, right beside me. Interesting. What we have on this side of me, just like a natural opening with a lot of tall grass. We're pushed back in here. These deer bed in here a lot, and I'm pretty sure this is kind of what we saw when we made our trip through a handful of days ago to look at this place. I'm whispering because it is deathly quiet right now. It's a beautiful morning. I'm trying to figure out which. I'm hoping that sun hits us and starts pulling our thermals straight up, and we can be in here with a bulletproof setup. But anyways, it's a big bedding area. According to the camera we put back in here, there's been a lot of activity. So essentially I just tried to get into the thick of it. seen so far. I don't know how many deer we've seen, but we've seen every buck that we had on trail camera back here except the one that we're coming here after. That one-sided deer. He was an absolute tank, but you just, as much as I like to shoot and hunt deer because of their age, not because of their antlers, you sure hate to shoot that deer, given it he could match up next year and be an absolute giant. Man. Top 5 mornings in a whitetail stand for sure. It is about 11:30, I think. 11:44. seen. The difficulty in getting in here. I brought 4 granola bars, so that'll have to do us. I forgot a bottle of water though. But we'll choke those granola bars down and tough it out, I reckon. But everything slowed down after about 10 o'clock, 10:30. I had one little fawn walk under us at 11 o'clock. So right now our thermals are pulling up really strong because it's really clear today. Some of these does, even the ones on the other side of the creek, were downwind of us, but they never knew anything was going on. Had a couple of does get right to the tree early this morning. Got a little bit finicky, but never raised too much of a ruckus. I think the bucks had them running so dang hard they couldn't stop and think, so we'll hang out, see what happens. in sight. Can probably find one if I look hard enough. One of the most incredible days of deer hunting ever of my life, no doubt about it. For sure, no doubt. My first all-day sit ever. As far as me climbing up in a tree and sitting in it all day long, this is the first time that has ever happened. It just so happens I did it in a tree saddle, which people say you can't do it in. And I've been relatively comfortable. So, or not relatively, I have been very comfortable. I haven't had any aches or pains, so I'll be able to make it out of here without a wheelchair, I guess. But we've got about an hour left. We've seen every deer that we have on trail camera in here except for the deer that I would like to see. That's typically how it goes, though. So, maybe it'll happen here in this last hour. I think the wind's going to be good for this place again tomorrow, so we may be right back here. Because, man, with as much chasing and stuff that's going on, you'd think that he wouldn't be able to stay out of here very long. Let me see if I can tell you. Let's see. This is, no, we saw him. That's our one-sided deer. Giant body. That is who we're looking for. He's just a big-bodied, sweeping, horned 10-pointer, I do believe. He's obviously the daddy to the tall brow-tine deer that we have had all around us because they look identical. He just looks about 2 years older. He sweeps way out. He's got big eye cards. But we haven't seen him. Let's get back to hunting for this last hour. Shooting range, there must be a racetrack over yonder. But anyways, the sun has set. November the 13th, and that'll go down as one of the best days of deer hunting I have ever experienced, ever. Whew, what a day.
Hey, we appreciate you guys joining us for this video. If you like this one, you'll probably like the next one. I'll leave it up here in the corner. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along with us. We'll leave our social media links down in the description below. That's also where you'll be able to find links on the turkey calls we use and the apparel we wear and that kind of stuff. So you can find that in that little drop down description below. And as always, we sure appreciate you guys following along.